Hi there, ladies and gentlemen of that humble internet. Welcome back. Name's Ryan, aka the Rye Man. Oh, I've been feeling good. I completed You and Me and Her, a love story, or at least a season's worth, anyways. Been making some good progress on Winds of Change. I really feel like I'm starting to near something that could be resembling an end, and that's going to be knocking 2 out of the 4 visual novels like an idiot I chose to tackle all at once. If I can get the rest of this one done, this game, I can close this chapter, unless Clace decides he wants to throw new content out, and I can start integrating additional content back into my channel. Like, I can actually go and complete Stubbs the Zombie, not worrying about this huge giant load of visual novel stuff that I gotta finish. That being said, when we were here last, we just had a buttload of heart-to-hearts. Oh wait, here comes the music. Wait for it, band. Pirate band, get ready. There they are. Give it a second, let's start up. Actually, you know what, never mind, because I lower the volume. I got this to get over with, and then we move on. Let's go.
You are not my father.
I'm so glad we could have this heart-to-heart, Mr. Miles. And I agree with you that I am not your father. I'm kind of glad I'm not your father. Why? If I'm your father, I have so many questions. Like, who's the mom? Oh, God.
Do you say this to inform us, or to console yourself?
Oh! Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to begin my 10,000-page essay on why I'm an idiot. I forgot this is just party banter. I actually, for a second, thought this man, not this man, the other man, the Miles guy, walked up to me and said, "You are not my father." Because my response really would have been going, "I certainly fucking hope so." Oh, boy. So, anyway, yeah, exposition. Yeah, so Miles is... Oh, I'm trying to remember what character that was. His father was the leader of the rebellion. Interesting. Neat! Huh?
This question was self-explanatory.
Right.
It's just... I should be mad at you. Furious. You defile the memory and likeness of my father.
Alright, guys, let me interject here for a second, and you could go right back to your conversation. Mr. Miles, I'm not doing sarcasm. I think I really feel like you're nailing the voice acting part here. Who voiced him? I'll look it up later. The person who voiced him? Good job. Let it be known that I am not unfair to this game just because it's full of anthropomorphic creatures. It has some good art, it has good music, it has some good voice acting, it has at least some interesting story writing. Let it be known I'm the fair one.
Dewey, it seems that Salus was an honorable man. Are we not carrying out his final wishes?
What?
The freedom of Alestia. The destruction of the Triumvirate. When you look at it that way, it seems as if we defile nothing.
I don't know.
What are you wishing to know?
I want to know how I should feel right now. This is just so bizarre. I have no idea what to do. Back in Valinor, things were so simple and easy.
Now I remember who he is. Sorry. This is an A and B conversation. I'm gonna see my way out.
Why must you do anything? You could mull over this development for years, you know. At the end of the day, you should do something more useful.
Like what?
This is not for us to decide, but have no worries. We will take care of this body, and using it, we will do everything we can to honor your father.
Thank you. I'll let you know if I think of anything. This might take a while for me to understand.
Very well, but please remember this. Lack of understanding is not a fault. In fact, it can be a strength. You flourished even though you did not know the truth of the spirits.
You're right. I think I need some time alone. I'll be down in the crew quarters, Hal.
Right. Now that that's done, I have a couple of questions. Mr. Milas, I take it you will look exactly like your mother? Because unless Mr. Hal or Mr. Milas Sr. dyes his fur, is essentially a big black man, and you are not. You do not look like your father at all. At all. At all. At all. I'm just saying it like I sees it. I'm gonna say you take after your mother. Heavily after your mother. But other than that, that was a nice scene. I think that's everything. I actually think that might be everything. Hell yeah. And as much as I've been enjoying the music, it's time to move on. Yep, I think we're ready. I make my way down to the crew area of the ship. My bed isn't too hard to find, and at least I have privacy. I found myself remembering what Grizz told me about the blade. It bends to the will of the wielder. That much was true. I've been able to use it to accomplish so much already. But what are the true limits of its power? Did I want to know? I rest the blade on my bed and sit beside it, cross-legged. Closing my eyes, I start to focus and clear my mind. We trying to have a vision? This is probably a good time to test my limits. Oh yeah. Blade of Exodus. Show me our victory. I reach forward and gently touch the blade. I'm about to have it. I hope I packed my bags, 'cause we's about to have a trip. My eyes are shut tight, and my resolve is clear. Yet, try and wish as I might, nothing happens at all. Did the blade have nothing to show me? The trip has been cancelled. Or maybe was I scared of seeing the future? Could be worse. Was there no victory in sight? I pull back and open my eyes. It didn't work. I scoff and rest the blade at my bedside, concerned. I drift off to sleep, with an anxiety that wasn't there before. Okay. When I wake up, I see the sun pierce through the windows. With everything I was told, that means we're in Alarithia. I grab the blade and immediately get out of bed. Running around the ship, I see nobody in sight. Did they leave without me? Did they leave without me? That's odd. Or maybe they let me sleep in. After everything that happened, I guess I'm thankful. I search for a map of Alarithnia. Yes, I am going to keep mispronouncing that. Shut up. And inspect it closely. If they left, then I should be able to meet them at the docks. Achievement unlocked. Holy crud, there's so much to this game. It's legit terrifying. To the docks we go, I guess. Unless this takes me up above. It does. Hey, would I have been able to have these heart-to-hearts if... Huh. You know what? No sense of dwelling on it. To the docks we go. There was nothing else to see. When I exit the ship, I notice everybody standing around outside. Ulrich stands strong and tall, but my other comrades look defeated. Fanning themselves, it's clear that the heat is the source of this exhaustion.
Oh, jeez, this is almost unbearable. Ulrich, how do people even live in this heat? It's only been 10 minutes and I already feel like death.
Well, step 1, Valissa, by the way. Boop! I don't think they bitch about it. 2, maybe y'all should have been starting to cut your furs. You know, shed the winter coats. God, how would anthropomorphic creatures really actually survive in warmer environments?
You get used to it, trust me. Besides, a lot of the natives are draconic.
What?
Their bodies don't handle the mainland too well.
What? 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 They're what? Draconic? Is that a Game of Thrones reference? What?
Oh, I think I read about that. Hopefully they can adapt just as fast as we can. We'll be marching into Balteus together, after all.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it too much. Just make sure to have a drink on you at all times. In these deserts, dehydration is your greatest enemy.
Right.
So to the bar we go. They part ways and go about their business. Ulrich goes towards Pro, and they start talking in private. Phyllis ends up with Fortane, so I need to find my own company. Dominic and Howell stand together, so I slowly walk towards them. Hopefully some of the tension has settled after the long voyage. It would be detrimental to have 2 senior staff constantly at arms.
Hello, Monarch.
Hello, Dominic.
Hey.
He did not call me Monarch. Oh god, did the game become self-aware and it's listening to me? Oh god.
I was just about to ask Howell about Elarinthia. Surely it looks much different than it did back then. Legends dictate that it was once lush and full of green.
And then the Romans came, defeated it, and salted it.
Legends that lie.
Wait, really? But that can't be true. The destruction of the idol turned it into this desert. Without spiritual energy to nurture the land... Oh, wait.
Congratulations, Stomach. You literally just caught up with the rest of the class. I'm legitimately proud of you. Now take the goddamn collar off.
Precisely. Elarinthia has always looked this way. This legend you speak of is simply a poorly conjured tale. We often create stories to understand what we cannot grasp.
Wait, does that mean the Valinor will be fine without the... We've established that one long ago, dude!
Correct. In our prison, we had no power. There is no logic behind these assumptions of yours. At least, no logic now that you know the truth of our kind.
Well, isn't that wonderful news? At least it narrows our focus a little bit more. I could tell that was a source of stress, Monarch.
Why would I hug this man? Why would I hug this man? Can't wait to tell Valissa and Fortane. Okay. I don't know. No, someone please hand this option a damn razor blade to cut its wrists. Remember, you gotta go walk down the sidewalk, not cross the street, bro. We're just... that's an understanding. This is amazing news. I'll keep it upbeat.
We are happy that we could ease some pain, Monarch. The fear of losing your homeland, we can't even imagine. At least it remained only that, a fear. We were not so lucky.
We do not belong to nations, but we belong to a language, good sir. I have been playing way too much Phantom Pain lately. I would play it for the channel, but honestly, I already beat it once before on my PS3 years back. I'm playing through it again. It is a long-ass game. I don't know if I'm ready for that commitment of literally rebuilding everything that I've done. I don't know if I'm strong enough. He crosses his arms and looks around the docks. I can tell he's wondering why we're still standing around. After all, we are on a tight schedule with the ball and all.
Normally there'd be a lengthy immigration process, but due to the ball, this nation is open to everybody. It's a long trek, but we can head straight into the city.
That's terrible security! What? Oh my lord! No!
Look for Vivian, I presume. If we can't find her in time, then we'll head to the ball. but meeting her before then would be a huge advantage.
We agree with this course of action, Monarch. However, our knowledge of Alarinthia is not very deep. We'd suggest working closely with Ulrich in this endeavor.
I'm not agreeing with what they both have to say. As if that was to dismiss me, they both turn away. It's nice to see that they're getting along, at least. Ulrich and Prose seem to be done with their conversation as well. Making my way over to Ulrich, I notice something odd. Out of the corner of my eye, someone is staring at me. No. No. Oh, God. Oh, fuck me, Draconic. Oh, I should have seen it coming. Oh, no. No, no, no. I feel so uncomfortable right now. Oh man, I remember once when I finally got my buddy Mark to watch the Major Minor playthrough, the game that he had made me play to begin with. I remember he was getting through it as best as he can. Then he got to a part where the Scalies showed up, and he was like, I can't do it anymore, dog, I'm out. Woo! What are you doing? Why? Whoa! Those wings functional? Can you actually fly? You know what? Don't answer that question. I make eye contact with them, and they quickly run away. Let it be known that a human walks onto the docks. The Scalies see the human, and they run away from the human, rather than vice versa. That was concerning. Being by Ulrich is probably a good idea right now. As I approach him, he smiles at me. Odd. Whew. I thought it'd be... Ooh. That yawn isn't from the story. I'm doing this at late times again, folks. Bear with me. I thought he'd be miserable.
Hey there, Monarch. Welcome to my homeland. Forecast calls for excruciating heat and a chance of death. Just a chance, though. Let's hope it stays that way, right?
Well, he just summed up all of Africa's weathermen, like, right there. So, and here's your 5-year forecast. It's gonna be hot. I nod. I guess he's using some humor to cope.
Let me guess. You have a lot of questions. I'll try my best to answer, but make it quick. We're on a strict timer here.
I just have one. I just have one, Ulrich. What the fuck was that? I point over to the dragon man that was looking at me. He motions towards the vast desert before us. Honestly, it seems to go on forever. It's crazy.
The ball starts in around 8 hours. Dinner time. If we don't move fast, we won't be able to make it. You know what's at stake, Monarch. Let's get going.
I nod. I guess he does have the authority here. After all, none of us know anything about this place. If we're following his lead, I better do what he says. Of course, I do have a few questions about this place. If I stop to ask him before we leave, I better do it fast. Missing that ball could be catastrophic to our cause. Oh, we got some stories. Okay, we're gonna do this, then we're gonna do the banter, then we're gonna do the background. All right, let's do this. Hey! Look, he's telling me about the ball.
Well, it's definitely not something Dracu came up with. Rulers of Alarinthia have been doing it for ages, actually. It's supposed to make your subjects less inclined to rebel.
Right.
It's not really working if Vivian exists, but at the end of the day, it's still a nice party. As much food and drink as you could ever want.
Sounds nice.
Don't worry, Monarch. I won't go overboard. I do like to drink, but not while I'm on a mission of any sort. I'll be tempted, of course, though I'm sure you can keep me in line. After the feast, there's a large ball, but it all starts with a speech. Basically, Dracu will be bragging about his power and influence. If he shows off how strong he is, he's less inclined to be challenged.
Wait a minute! If there was romance options with Hal, isn't that necrophilia, Clace? That's a walking corpse! I can see the wounds! Clace, if you're ever around, you and I, brother, need to have words. We gotta talk. Oh, no. Oh.
Though if there is a challenge, they hold a tournament the next day. It rarely happens unless it's a drunken partygoer trying to play a joke. Everyone wakes up, hungover, and goes about their simple lives.
Right. What? Scalies, what?
Honestly, I don't know too much about him. I've been out of the loop on Alorenthian politics for a while. But to hold the throne of this nation, you need to be fierce. So, if you think I'm strong, then you know nothing. He'll make me look like a whelp in comparison. And from what I've heard, he's pretty smart too. Most rulers, from what I've seen, simply bathe in their own riches. To hold a ball and share it with your nation? That's pretty genius. It destroys any motivation to remove him from the throne.
Unless the usurper says they're also going to throw balls.
That's why Alorenthia hasn't had a tournament in a long time. The people are either happy or certain that they lose in combat. I'm betting on the latter, which makes Draco even more intimidating. Do not underestimate him, Monarch. If the natives can't dethrone him, what chance do we stand? Vivian might dream of a changed nation, but it'll stay that. Just a dream.
Okay. Yeah.
The town square is a nice place, but it's just like Museo. A large market with people all peddling their homemade wares. You won't find anything you need, but you'll find everything you want.
That makes too much sense, actually.
After that, I'd say to pay the Colosseum a visit. It's not just a venue used to battle for Alorenthia's throne. They have large battles every day, and you can place bets.
Oh my god, they do have... Okay.
Of course, my personal pick would be the tavern.
Of course!
Alorenthia has a lot of unique drinks, so I'll make sure to stop there. If I get my fill, maybe I'll be lucky enough to forget this entire voyage.
How's it feel to be back after all this time?
It doesn't feel any different than I thought, if that's what you mean. Stepping foot on this soil didn't change my mind. It only solidified my hate. Let's do everything we can to get out of here as fast as possible, Monarch. Please.
Anything else?
No, I just want to get the job done and get back home. If you think you can change my outlook on this place, you're wrong.
I
think this conversation is over, Monarch. We have a long journey ahead.
Okay, fair enough, my guy. Alright, party banner, let's go.
I need to thank you again, Pommy. Your support means a lot to me. It truly does. Some of the rebels have started to side with Howl.
A pretty dumb decision, if you ask me. I know what they're thinking, that you're responsible. But that's impossible. Nobody could have seen what was coming.
Yeah, we were played. Caught off guard.
They played us
No,
like
we
a
didn't
damn
know. That's
fiddle!
It's almost like our belief in the spirit realm was holding us back. Do you think the people will even believe us, though?
I think I
mean,
accidentally skipped
do you
conversation.
even believe the truth we've been told?
Oh no.
I don't really have a choice, Domek. Your speech gave us proof. It was undeniable. I'd advise doing the same thing to every other Alestian. Even if it takes years, you can do it. I'll even help you if you need assistance. Nobody said that things would be easy after the war.
You're right, and thanks for that offer. I'm pretty sure I'll take you up on it, since this is a tall order. But I know that almost anything is possible if we all band together.
Yeah, power,
course.
friendship, and love.
So, for now, we need to
And
fix the
this gun
discord
that
in
I
our ranks.
found.
I'll talk with the rebels that are siding with Hal. They need to stop. There are no sides in this. We all fight for the same cause.
There's literally two sides in this entire world. The living and the dead. Now pick one.
And if they put their differences aside, well, Domek, we'll win this thing for sure.
Very nice, very lovely. Oh, there's other stuff. Okay, side thing. Parallel. Chronicle. Oh, Soviet, go! Halen, Soviet, and Shane had finally arrived in Baltius. Halen, Soviet, making their way to the castle, Soviet trembled with anxiety. He didn't know how the triumvirate would react to any of this.
Aelin, can I talk to you for a moment?
Of course, Master.
They stop in their tracks, Shane included. He knew enough not to intrude on their secret talks. He stood to the side, even though he was now one of them.
Back in Museo, I was confident, but not anymore. I'm starting to worry that the Triumvirate will chastise me. What should I expect? And how should I react if they do?
You act as if you haven't failed them before.
Hmm?
Remember when I first became your apprentice? They thought you weren't teaching me good enough. You almost went insane when they gave you time off.
You would too, Halen. Trust me, it's boring. But that's nothing in comparison to what happened. We don't have the blade, and almost everybody escaped.
Through no fault of our own, remember? I have your back in this.
No, he
I won't
doesn't.
tell them the truth.
Yes,
However,
you will.
I need to ask for one thing in exchange.
Of course.
Is it a neck?
Work on your personal issues, Master. I don't care what they are. Just get them sorted out.
Mr. Halen, I think there's another line.
But we'll save the bad news for last. We dealt a major blow to the rebellion, Sovi. With the loss of their leader, they'll be in disarray.
Yeah, about that.
If the Triumvirate doesn't like that, then it's their problem. Like you said, this isn't the last time we'll face them in battle. Whether it takes us days or months to win, it shouldn't matter. After all, we'll still win. With that said, are we clear?
In this moment, it seemed like Halen was the one giving orders. However, Sylvie had no choice but to obey. He couldn't risk being exposed.
We're clear. Let's continue walking. I'll think of what to tell them as we move along.
They break their huddle and continue walking toward their HQ. Shane steps closer, striding in unison with Sylvie as they do so.
So, what was all that about? You said I was one of you now, right? When will you start treating me that way?
Oh, sorry. Force of habit. We were just talking about what we should tell our masters. While we did damage the rebellion, we failed in our objective.
You mean that blade?
Yes, and the seer.
Look, Sovi, you kinda saved my life. For that reason alone, you have my support. Whatever you want me to do, just let me know.
Yeah, saved your life, after months of torture. Yeah, totally saved your life. Sylvie smiles, having the support of his comrades. Any fears he had of being punished were quickly put to rest.
Thank you, Shane. It means a lot. I can tell we're going to get along just fine.
Yay! Okay. So there's, conversation bubbles here.
So what are these boxes for?
It's for holding stuff, you dumb idiot! Oh no!